Ever wondered why NYC seems to have more rats than people? It's a question that's been posed more often than you might think, and it's not just a hyperbole. Today's video is a serious one, and it's been making headlines in the Big Apple. We're diving deep into the NYC rat infestation crisis. Before we get started, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss our updates. Now let's jump into it. You see, New York City is in the grip of a pervasive and persistent rat infestation. It's a problem as old as the city itself. From the gleaming skyscrapers to the bustling subway, these relentless rodents have made themselves at home. Let's talk numbers for a moment. While the exact count is hard to pin down, some estimates suggest there could be as many as 2 rats for every person in the city. That's a staggering 8 million rats. Just to put it into perspective, that's more than the entire human population of Switzerland, all scurrying around the Big Apple. But where exactly are these furry invaders hiding? Well, they're not exactly shy. Rats are found everywhere in the city, from Central Park to the subway lines, from residential buildings to the trendiest restaurants. Central Park, with its sprawling green expanse, might seem like a veritable paradise for these critters. But no, these resourceful rodents prefer the hustle and bustle of the city. The subway system, for instance, is a favorite haunt. It offers a warm, safe haven from the elements and an endless supply of discarded food. Residential buildings, particularly older ones with basements and cellars, are another common hideout. The rats burrow into the foundations, setting up shop in the dark, damp corners. And let's not forget about the city's eateries. Even the swankiest of restaurants aren't immune. The promise of a nightly feast in the garbage bins out back is just too tempting to resist. So, there you have it. A city teeming with more rats than you'd dare to imagine. It's an unsettling truth, one that many New Yorkers have simply learned to live with. But should they have to? Stay tuned as we dive deeper into the heart of this rat crisis. Imagine walking on a street where every step you take is over a rat's nest. This is the reality of New York City. The Big Apple, the city that never sleeps, is also the city that's under siege, not from an external enemy, but from an internal one, the rats. The rat infestation problem in NYC is more than just a minor inconvenience. It's a full-blown crisis, a city under siege. New York City is home to a staggering 2 million rats. That's about 1/4 the human population of the city. It's as if these rodents have claimed the city as their own. NYC residents have their share of rat tales to tell. There's the story of the woman who woke up to find a rat nibbling on her finger. Or the man who returned home to find that rats had invaded his apartment, gnawing through his food and belongings. These are not isolated incidents. They are everyday realities for many New Yorkers. But why does NYC have such a large rat population? Experts point to several factors. The city's old and crumbling infrastructure provides perfect nesting spots for these rodents. The abundance of food waste on the streets is a veritable buffet for the rats. And the city's high-density population means more waste, more food, and more rats. But it's not just about the rats. It's about what they bring with them. Rats are known carriers of diseases like leptospirosis and salmonella. They can cause significant damage to property, gnawing through electrical wires and wooden structures. And let's not forget the psychological impact. The constant fear of encountering these rodents can take a toll on residents' mental health. The rat infestation is not only a nuisance, but has serious implications. It's a problem that needs immediate attention and action. But as we will see, it's a problem that also has solutions. Because this is New York City, the city that faces challenges head-on, the city that never backs down. You might ask, what harm can these tiny creatures cause? Well, the answer is far more than you might think. When we talk about the impact of the rat infestation in New York City, we're not just talking about squeamish encounters on subway platforms. We're dealing with a full-fledged crisis that has far-reaching consequences. For starters, rats pose significant health risks. They're carriers of more than 20 diseases, including leptospirosis, salmonellosis, and even plague. These diseases can be transmitted to humans directly through contact with rat urine or feces, or indirectly through ticks and fleas that have fed on an infected rat. Then there's the threat of rat bite fever, a potentially fatal disease if left untreated. But the impact doesn't stop at health risks. Rats cause considerable damage to property as well. With their strong teeth that never stop growing, rats can gnaw through almost anything, including wood, plastic, and even concrete. They chew through electrical wiring, causing power outages and fire hazards. They burrow into walls, damaging the structural integrity of buildings. The financial cost of this problem is staggering. Millions upon millions of dollars are spent annually on pest control, repair of rat-caused damages, and healthcare costs related to rat infestations. This is a hefty price tag for a problem that shows no signs of abating. And let's not forget the psychological impact on residents. The presence of rats can cause significant distress, fear, and anxiety. It's hard to feel safe and comfortable in your own home when you're constantly on edge, wondering if you'll encounter a rat. The rat crisis is not just about the numbers, it's about the profound impact on the lives of New Yorkers. It's about health and safety, financial strain, and psychological well-being. This is not just a pest problem, it's a public health crisis that demands immediate attention and action. So, how do we solve a problem as big as this? The answer lies in a multifaceted approach that combines the efforts of authorities, residents, and even Mother Nature herself. The authorities in New York City are taking serious steps to control the rat population. This includes increased funding for pest control, stricter regulations on waste management, and the implementation of new technologies like dry ice and liquid rodenticides. Take, for instance, the use of dry ice. This substance, when placed into rat burrows, sublimates into carbon dioxide, effectively suffocating the rats within their own homes. It's a method that has been employed successfully in cities like Boston and Chicago, and now it's making its way to the Big Apple. Then, there's the use of liquid rodenticides, a newer approach that has been adopted from our friends across the pond in London. This technique involves luring rats with food bait that's been laced with a slow-acting poison. The rats eat the bait, return to their nests, and eventually perish, thereby reducing the population. But it's not just about extermination, it's about prevention too. Stricter regulations on waste management are being enforced, with heavy penalties for non-compliance. This includes ensuring that trash is stored in rat-resistant containers and that waste disposal areas are kept clean and tidy. And we can't forget the role of residents. Everyone has a part to play in this. Simple actions like sealing up holes and cracks in homes, keeping food in sealed containers, and maintaining clean living spaces can go a long way in deterring these unwelcome visitors. There is also a drive to educate the public about the rat problem and what they can do to help. This includes public awareness campaigns and educational programs in schools. The more informed the residents are, the better equipped they will be to combat this issue. And let's not forget the role of Mother Nature. Natural predators like hawks and owls are being encouraged to thrive in the city, providing a natural form of pest control. The solution is not just about extermination, it's about responsible living. The battle against the rat infestation in NYC is a collective effort. It's about us coming together as a city and taking responsibility for our environment, because after all, it's our city. We live here and we can make it better, together. Rats, a problem too big to ignore, too serious to overlook. As we've journeyed together through this unsettling truth, we've seen how the rat infestation in New York City is more than just a nuisance. It's a real and pressing issue, affecting every facet of life in this city that never sleeps. Recall the alarming statistics, the shocking images, the stories that make you shudder. This isn't just about rats running rampant, it's about the health risks, the economic impact, the degradation of our city's infrastructure. It's about the very fabric of our society being gnawed away, bit by bit. The impact is real and it's significant. It reaches into our homes, our workplaces, our parks and playgrounds, our subway systems. It's a problem that affects us all. From the bustling business districts of Manhattan to the quiet residential neighborhoods of Queens. No borough is spared, no corner untouched. But remember, we also talked about solutions. We discussed the various methods being implemented to control this burgeoning population of rodents. From traditional traps and baits to the latest in pest control technology, efforts are being made to curb this crisis. We spoke about the role of government bodies, pest control agencies, and community organizations in tackling this issue. We highlighted the importance of coordinated efforts of pooling resources and knowledge to bring about effective solutions. But it's not just about them, it's about us too. As residents of this great city, we have a part to play, maintaining cleanliness in our surroundings, ensuring proper disposal of waste, reporting sightings. These are all steps we can take. Small actions, but with potential for big impact. And why is this important? Because this is about more than just rats. It's about the city we love. It's about the life we want to live. It's about preserving the vibrancy, the energy, the spirit that makes New York City unique. So let's not ignore this issue. let's not overlook the seriousness of the problem. The NYC rat infestation crisis is a multifaceted issue that requires a collective effort. From city officials to local residents, everyone has a role to play in finding a solution. What are your thoughts on this crisis? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you found it informative. Stay tuned for more updates, and until next time, stay vigilant and rat-free. Thanks for watching World Facts Unraveled. If you enjoyed this video, check out our other content, and don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next one.